Hello, welcome to another business talk show brought to you by the Sharonville Chamber of Commerce. Once again, my name is Dave Sperry, local business owner and chamber member. I own Speed Pro Imaging on East Kemper Road, right in the heart of Sharonville. And our first guest is a very special guest, Ernie Dimalanta. He is the president, grand poobah, owner of the Dimalanta, design group and marketing firm here in Cincinnati.
Yes, thanks.
So Ernie, we appreciate you coming in. We're excited to hear about what's going on at the Dimalanta Group. So let's go ahead and get started.
Excellent.
Tell us a little about you.
Well, let's see, I was born and raised in the Cleveland area in 2000.
Well, we won't hold that against
yeah.
you. Yeah.
By default, Cleveland Browns fan. I know, not a good thing. But by 2004, my wife and I, when we were starting to plan to have children, we moved down here in Cincinnati, and we've been down here ever since. Love the area. Great place to raise a family. So.
Well, let's start talking about your business.
Excellent.
So tell us a little bit about the Dimalanta Group.
Dimalanta Design Group, basically what we do is we level the playing field for small businesses. What we find is with businesses from 1 to upwards to even 100, 150 employees, they don't have a marketing department. Mm-hmm. And unlike their larger competition, they are strapped. And so what we do is we come in as their off-site marketing department. We provide services from marketing consulting, training, to managing their brands, providing graphic design solutions, both online and print, to then even executing their advertising, their PR, social media campaigns, doing their media buying. We can manage everything as their whole department. So, cool. And our whole thing is really just to try to help make our business clients more visible so that they can be more profitable.
So, like some people, they say that they're like a CFO. Yeah. A temporary CFO, or not temporary, but yes. On-call CFO for somebody. You're the same. Provide the same function as a chief marketing officer for
yes,
somebody.
Yes, absolutely. And what's the nice thing about it is when I first started, actually, it was just me, and so mm-hmm. they would get like a chief marketing officer. But as the need arose and as we continue to grow, we started adding more staff, more capabilities. So now they're not just getting me; they're getting a whole team. They're getting a department. So
cool. Tell us about how you went about starting your group, the Dimalanta Design Group.
Well, when I came down here in 2004, I came as a marketing pastor, and helping the churches to be able to communicate their message. And while I was here networking in the Cincinnati area, meeting all the businesses, it was all new for me, mm-hmm. meeting all sorts of different size companies in different areas. My whole goal is to get to meet as many people as I can. And during that time, I started to realize that the challenges that small businesses face were the same and similar to the challenges that churches face. They have very little resources, time, money, energy, and yet they know that they need to create awareness, and they don't have a clue how to do it. And so during that time, a couple years later, I then ended up becoming a president of a local marketing firm in the Mason area. And then in 2009, I took that leap of faith and started my own marketing and brand management firm. So,
marketing is an area where somebody can really blow through a lot of money in a hurry.
Yes, absolutely.
So your advice is probably very appropriate
yes.
and very well received. Yes. Tell us about what motivates you.
Oh, the one thing that I enjoy the most when I'm working with our clients is to be able to save them when they have lost their identity, when their mm-hmm. businesses have lost their identity. And there's a little story about that. When I grew up, like I said, I was in the Cleveland area, and I was the youngest of 4 boys growing up in an Asian, very hard-working Asian family. And there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressures to succeed. Mm-hmm. I was the youngest of 3 older brothers. And so on one hand, I had a lot of that pressure, not only from my parents, but from everybody who interacted with my brothers to, is he better than them? Is mm-hmm. he as good as them? I'll tell you what, till this day, I can never exceed them. I mean, they're just amazing brothers. But I had all that kind of pressure on me. And then on top of that, we were born, I was in an all-white Caucasian southwest suburb of Cleveland. And during that time period, I had to face a lot of discrimination growing up, quite frankly. And between the pressures to perform, to having to identify myself as a minority, I honestly struggled with my identity. It was very challenging to live up to the expectations. And so if I could go a little personal here, it wasn't until I actually found my faith. I found my faith in the Lord and I became a Christian, that it was at that moment when I made that decision that I realized that, you know what, there's a Father in heaven, there's a God who actually loves me for who I am. No matter what my GPA is, how successful I am, no matter what color I am, He loves me for who I am. And at that moment, I realized what my identity was. And I tell you, talk about the pressure that was removed off my shoulders, and then the sense of purpose, and that propelled me to move forward. It's that kind of motivation and background that now when I work with the business clients who, they're oftentimes struggling with their brand identity. They're struggling with what's our mission, what's our vision. Maybe they had it, but then they lost it, or maybe they're trying to refine it. And to be able to answer the questions of why are you doing what you're doing, and help them and give them a direction to go and to follow, and to see the light bulbs go off, I tell you, that motivates me. I just love it. I love to do that time and time again. So
putting the train back on the track?
Yeah, putting the train back. And from the owner all the way down to the employees, once they grab a hold of that vision and they know what their message is all about, it's like they're a whole new company.
Kind of like the light goes on.
Yeah,
again.
the light goes on, and they're refreshed.
Yeah,
So
cool. What is out-and-out marketing?
Out-and-out marketing is actually a registered trademark that I put together, and it's a mindset, really. Whether I was working with churches or nonprofits or working with businesses, the one thing that remained true is that you need to have a mindset that you're really a marketing firm that happens to produce or service X, Y, and Z. And so, in other words, you have to have a marketing plan that's simple. It needs to be disciplined. It needs to be perpetual. It needs to be targeted, relevant, and personal. So I realized that if I were to whittle it all down,
the good news is you did remember all the things behind
yes,
you there.
Yeah.
So
if you were to whittle it all down, if you need to have an out-and-out marketing mindset. Everything you do, the decision you make, from the culture to your brand to your marketing collateral, the colors you choose, the tactics you execute, needs to follow all these different guidelines. That's the basics. So
give us some examples about how you help clients.
For example, recently we worked with a nonprofit organization and who realized through a change of staff that as they're trying to propel their brand, that they're limited because their brand was a bit outdated. And so with this particular company, we met with them, ran our assessments, did our research. Then we opted to do a name change, brand new logo or brand mark, help them with some of the messaging. And then from there, we integrated their brand across all their marketing collateral onto their website. And then we're going to be rolling out their new brand image in August. So that's just one example of branding. Then there's other clients that we may just design like a website for them and match their website online presence to their collateral. And then there's others where we do everything. We go in, we consult with them, create a marketing plan, and then from there we execute that marketing plan as their managers, and then do all the creative elements to executing the advertising. So we've done that with a lot of professional services in the area, and we enjoy doing it.
So what do you do when you're not working?
A lot. I don't have time. My wife and my two boys, Adrian and Lance, we are oftentimes either doing soccer or taekwondo at the Countryside YMCA to then Kings Island. So it's amazing. So every once in a while, my wife and I look at each other and realize, do you realize that that we live next to a amusement park? Like, that's, to me, I'm still fascinated by that. So, but we're doing that.
And you have your season pass for the year?
Yes, we have our season pass for the year, and so we're either there or on the fields. We're or doing church activities and hanging out with friends.
So tell us about some of the people at the Dimalanta Design Group.
Well, I love my staff. First of all, I just want to mention that they are committed, they're loyal to our vision to empowering clients, our business clients. They love what we do. And so that's everything from our directors, our business development director, our operations director, as well as my senior marketing director. And then from there, we also have our consultants, our PR, social media, and SEO consultant, and then our creative team. So that's including all our designers, both print and online and
How many
illustration.
employees do you have?
So right now we have 4 people, and then the rest are independent consultants.
Okay,
So
cool. And growing.
yes, and growing. It's fun.
So what are the best ways for businesses who need your help to get in contact with you?
Well, easy. You go online, www.dimalantadesigngroup.com.
So you do have a website.
You do have a website.
You do
Yes.
you do what you do. You do what you say that you should do.
Absolutely. Go online. You can download our white paper on out and out marketing. You can sign up to receive our weekly tips marketing newsletter, and also sign up for one of our workshops. We're always trying to help the community and navigating through our out and out marketing workshops. And then from there, give us a call. Reach out to us, get online on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, or Google+. Any other way like that is easy way to connect to us.
Cool. So there's lots of ways of getting a hold of you.
Absolutely.
And a lot of things that you
Yes.
do.
Bat signal works too. You put the big bat signal in the sky.
Panic signal?
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, we appreciate you coming in and sharing all that with us. And Ernie,
Thank you.
so
Thanks
thank
for
you
having
very
us.
much. And
Excellent.
we appreciate you tuning into another Business Talk show brought to you by the Sharonville Chamber of Commerce. And we will be right back.